skull!
More, give me more, give me more.
I'm wielding 2 battle axes. If you were a Viking, what would your, like, weapon and, like, fight style of choice be?
Bow and arrow.
Based off chivalry, spear and shield.
A spear? Like a full-length spear? Or are we talking, like, a glaive or, like,
shorter than Oberyn Martell, so that I can jab and quickly get behind a shield. Yeah. But it's not too heavy that it weighs my arm down.
I'm not
So, like, the Unsullied? They got a short spear.
Yeah, that would probably be the best one. I'm not gonna lie, just because it's lit, I probably rock double axes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are we talking like Floki's little fire axes or a little bit bigger?
Gimli, but in both hands.
Gimli, but in both hands, maybe not as long as a handle.
Yeah. That'd be near impossible to hold. That man requires 2 full dwarven arms to lift that thing.
I feel like a human would be stronger than a dwarf off, like, upper body strength.
You think?
No, they're fucking miners, dude.
Yeah, but, like, they're, like, 4'5". I mean, like, you can't get that much muscle mass at that short of a height.
Yeah, who knows? They're great at short distances.
They can power lift.
Hey, everybody!
I'm Adam!
I'm Sam!
And I'm Will, and we are...
Working Title!
Shield Wall.
Shield Wall.
What's up, gang?
The sky.
And ozone layer. Guys, we're back for another episode of Vinland Saga. This is episode 2 of season 1.
Sword.
Sword, is that what it's called?
Yes, indeed.
Sword.
No, I just wanted to say the word sword.
I don't know, I'm just trusting you, man.
Okay, you shouldn't.
Is it not sword?
It is sword.
Okay.
God.
Last on, we got a family in Iceland. The father, Tors, and the other siblings we'll soon learn the names of. I think
Thorfinn.
the son
Thorfinn.
was Thorfinn?
Mm-hmm.
Thorfinn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't catch the sister or the mother's name.
I don't remember.
It starts with like a Y or something. Yulia maybe?
Yeah. Attila the Hun came into town. Halfdan.
In the black.
Yeah.
Yep, he came in and wanted his sheep, and he wanted his...
Slave.
Yep.
He got 8 sheep for the slave, and the slave died.
And a guy with yellow hair is coming into town. A guy with
Yeah, it looks like the guy from the
scar
battle.
Yeah, and
at
apparently...
the very beginning, it is him?
No, apparently
No?
one of the patrons today said it wasn't him. And the only other character is Leif Erikson, who was talking about his successful round-trip journey to the Americas.
To Vinland.
Vinland, yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to jump into it.
Guys, if you enjoy this content, leave a like, hit that subscription button, flick that notification bell, leave a comment down below about what you thought about this episode and our reaction to this episode. It's called Sword. The Patreon is down there where the comments are in the description. If you want 1 week's early access to this video, check out the Patreon. Also, Jujutsu Kaisen's on there, and our infamous AOT is on there, Attack on Titan. Check it out!
Guys, it's not a market substitute. If y'all have not watched Vinland Saga, go check it out online somewhere and then come back to YouTube and watch Working Title's reaction. We're gonna punch it. Bah!
The song's lit. The ending is the best part.
Yeah, the screamo, right?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Like, whenever there's, like, new music introduced to me from, like, shows, it never hits right off the bat for me, but it's, like, always on the 3rd or 4th episode, all of a sudden it's, like, my love.
I don't know, because I feel the same way. Like,
I don't know why.
It's because we only get to hear it that one time. Well, no, because you edit these.
Yeah.
You get to listen to it.
Well, that's what I was just going to say, because I didn't like it when we watched it, and then last night when I was editing, I was like, the song's pretty good.
That's
why
like,
is
it's
that?
going right into your ears at that point, too.
Yeah, and
I don't know,
maybe
maybe-
hear it on repetition, too. It's like you have to go back.
I think it's also, too, to me at least, like, because I always associate it with the visual, and it's like, not knowing any of the characters or anything, and it's just like, okay, Viking fighting, cool. But then, like, when you start to know, like, oh, like watching JJK, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Gojo's so sick. And when his part comes up and the way the music goes, like, it's super cool.
It's the association.
Are we gonna, okay, did you see that guy eat something?
A shroom.
I was gonna say,
Mushroom.
are we gonna get, like, the Berserk Vikings, you know, the dudes that
Hopefully, yeah, they don't speak like English or Norse. It's like their own language.
and they just take, like, drugs.
Bah!
Like,
Get the
hype up.
fish.
Yeah. Northshire.
Northumbria.
Oh my gosh. Booty!
Oh, dude, he's
It said there's nudity in this episode.
Really?
Yeah.
They bathe
I
on Sundays.
I think. Yep, this is an attack.
Oh, damn. Oh.
Yikes.
Are they Englishmen?
Oh, you're attacking men while they're showering.
They were talking about the English.
They said the English knew that the Vikings bathe on Sundays.
Oh, dude, this sucks.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. That was the child in that woman's arms.
So these are English then.
Yeah.
Attacking Viking
Like
settlers.
Vikings, yeah.
Oh, because remember I told you during Vikings, the king of Northumbria ends up marrying his daughters to one of Ragnar's sons in the histories, because they do settle there.
Sword.
Oh, you're dead.
I killed
Snore.
Advance.
Oh, this is like a dream come true.
Oh,
Could you imagine doing this with your
I
friends?
love doing that. Wow, damn, they're actually dead. They're dead.
They're just like, poor kids.
He's committed. He's holding the sword.
Yeah, they're not supposed to talk, Thorfinn.
Faxi.
This is kind of like us when we were young.
And you die with a sword in your hand.
Leif Erikson.
ノルウェーさ、遊びじゃないぞ。商売に行くんだ。料理物や毛皮を持ってって。
It's gonna be at its most fine. Big marketing industry.
Gosh, can you imagine just like having to do that just for like some like quick business? Like,
Yeah.
well, I gotta go sail for a month.
キリストの誕生日をワインで祝う。
What I just read?
He's gonna
You're gonna
celebrate
celebrate the birth of
Christmas.
Christ.
Really? Oh, because it's already been brought into society. Wow.
Yeah. Remember that kid earlier? He said in Valhalla and in heaven.
Yeah, he
Well, I
did say
thought I
that.
read it wrong. I was listening to you and I looked over, I saw Christ, I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
軍船が来た。
Oh shit.
Oh, it's those guys. The yellow beard.
Yeah.
He
Look at
jacked.
this,
こんなもんでどうかな、親方。今度は下がったろう。水入れてみな。
That's a big ship.
man. It is the guys. They had the gray outfits, yeah.
Whoa. They're gonna be looking for him, like for revenge. The troll.
An old war buddy?
John's like... Oh, that's the guy right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Loki.
So that's the guy that was supposed to join their ranks.
Oh.
Or since he joined the fight.
何者なんだろうな、トールツさんって。若い頃に戦働きをしてたとは聞いたけど。
なんか父上怒ってる。
Because he probably fled the fight. He doesn't want to be a part of it anymore.
Yeah, they mentioned... Didn't they mention him during the first episode, during the big battle?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
スベン王は良い口実を得ました。大きな戦が始まります。我ら戦士の出番です。
戦？
北海の向こうで大国同士が何をしようと関わりはない。そうは参りません。我が資料シグバルディの命令は全艦隊ヨムスボルグに集結せよ。例外はない。お分かりかな？そのものがたとえ脱走兵といえどもね。
Yeah.
God, so this must have been a while before even the kids were born.
ヨ戦士団
Or the kids might have been really
ト
young.
ールのトールズ、この度の戦。あなたも参戦するのです。
So, what would have happened that made him not want to fight? Maybe he just wanted to start with the family?
15年前、行方不明になったあなたも、
There you go.
この度晴れて戦線に復帰する。お代わりになられましたな、あのトールズ殿が。
Yeah, I mean, he backed out the fight. He was over it.
Wow, I would imagine it's dark outside just from this.
Oh, yeah.
戦災とは今日まで無縁だったのでしょうな。
Oh boy. Well, I imagine that's gonna be the guy who ruins everything for us now.
Yeah.
わざわざ海越えてトールズさんを誘いに来たんだぜあいつらすげえよお前の親父さんは
So they don't know how much of a badass his dad was at
俺
fighting.
ら連れてってもらえるかなおめえは無理だなゆえもんだよそれ
There's your classic horrible haircut from the Viking culture that
Well,
you
the
love.
worst one is the shaved back
I was gonna
here.
say, you love it so much, don't you?
それ以下でもう終わり
Oh no.
Imagine he just kills him right then and there.
Yeah.
私もね、子供の使いじゃないんですよ。
I'm an
あなた
enforcer.
がこたびの戦に加わら
Yeah.
ぬと。
Fudge!
They'll just burn the
私
village
の
down.
果たせぬし、我が修行の面目も潰れる。そうなれば。
They got like the gray joy
Oh,
looking
man.
symbol, the colors too.
Yeah, the gray and gold, or like black and gold.
Like the Kraken's eye.
お分かりでしょう。
北海最強を自負する軍団だ。
Wow.
Alright, so what did they do? You think they did something?
They probably just threatened to kill the village or take everybody with them, I guess.
Yeah.
我と思わん者はトールズ殿と共にヨムスボルグへ参られよ。
Oh, see, he's gonna get the village to join in the fight.
いやトールズ殿、いずれ戦場で会いましょう。
So, it seems like the priority is Tor's. And then if other people go, it didn't seem like he cared too much if the villagers go or not go. It looked like he mostly just wanted Tor's to go.
Yeah.
Because he's probably worth all these people right here.
Oh, we saw that dude take on like 3 ships of people on his own. Like,
昔、人を殺すことで身を立てていた。ある日、急に嫌になったんだ。殺すのも、殺されるのも。
So like Jon Snow, he got really good at something that he ended up hating.
戦場から死んだようにうまく見せかけたつもりだったんだがな。
だったらもう一度。
Oh, okay, okay.
so he faked his own death.
Yeah.
逃げればこの村が俺の代わりに報復される。王
Dang.
の掟は脱走者を許さない。
So he's got to do it to protect the village.
This is gonna get really bloody, honestly. Just thinking of like the first scene and the laceration scene, like it doesn't feel like it would be, but just because like they do those jarring shots, it's
Yeah.
bound to get really bad at some point.
その軍船と船団を組むことにしたよそうか
Can you even
確かに
fight?
その方が安全だ
Who
He could
Leaf?
just be like the,
俺らが守ってやる
Navigator?
or like captain of the ship to, you know, steer it and
そりゃ
whatever,
頼もしい。
like Ube did.
Yeah. You talking about Leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
どいつも戦好きなことよ。
Until they've probably been in it. Dang.
Wow.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh.
Beat the crap out of these kids. Surround him!
Oh.
Lifted him off the air, off the ground.
Oh.
You got killed just now.
He's gonna say, "Well, what if I can survive a piercing?"
No, he's taking this all serious. He's like, if I'm not actually dead, I'm not actually dead. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? Like,
He's gonna kill kid.
I hope not.
Hey, Ivar did.
Yeah.
Ivar was like so demented though.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Real.
折れてるな。
Damn.
急いだ。
トルフィンがやったんだよあいつ最近ムカつくん
He pisses me off.
うちの子は。それはすまなかった。
でもまだ6つだろ ?4 つ5つ上の子たちに怪我させるた。いい
Oh,
選
so
手
these
にな
kids
る
are
ぜ
like
あなたは
significantly older.
やっぱりあんたの血だよ、トールズ。
That's probably the last thing you want to do is raise a brutal son. Oh, this is so sad. These poor kids. This guy's gonna die. There's no shot.
小さなの大化の覚悟存分に戦ってこい。これのを見てくれ。馬の首を
Got your weapon, Will?
地撃で落とした
Or too long?
製品だぜ。
That would be like a one-handed one, maybe a little shorter for the two.
That spear's definitely way longer than I want.
もうあ
Oh boy, the chest.
Oh yeah, he's gonna find his dad's Viking stuff.
I thought those young, like, middle-aged boys were gonna be the girl's friend, and now we're just following a random group of boys.
Oh yeah.
I don't think this kid is gonna go, or his dad's not gonna let him go on this trip, but he's gonna sneak on the boat.
Yeah. that
Or
makes
Leaf
sense.
is gonna do something.
Whatever happens, the kid's gonna see everything. Just like we were saying, like, he will be there for the
All
hero's
of
journey.
it, yeah.
Just like
Look at that.
Luke.
He doesn't even have a lock on it.
Which means Tors is gonna be Aunt Beru or Uncle Owen. Probably.
Uncle Owen.
I hope not. I don't want Tors to die. I'd rather him like get separated, and the goal be to go get Tors.
Is that like a short sword or a dagger?
It's a thick
I was
blade.
gonna say it's freaking Nanabe's weapon right there.
Jesus.
All right, call it quick. Do you think there's gonna be
Wow.
actual magic in the show, or just anime fighting strength?
Just
I think anime fighting strength. I hope there's not magic.
Gotcha.
Horse.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Whoa! Whoa! Why?
gotta show
Gotta
him.
show him?
Show him what it can do.
お前はこれで誰を殺すつもりなんだ
Oh gosh.
敵
お前の敵は誰なんだ
The neighbors.
Little Timmy down the road.
は普段とか
I understand.
よく聞けトルフィン
Thorfinn.
お前に敵などいない誰にも敵などいないんだ
明日戦に行くんでしょ敵を殺しに行くんでしょ
Begrudgingly, he will.
子供じゃない父親は嘘を言ってる僕にだってわかる
How old would you say this kid is?
トルフィ
They
ン
said 6.
Oh wow.
トルフィンスキャリー危ねえ
Damn, let it go, dog.
It's literally my nephew's age.
He said, I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, her name's Helga.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that from last episode, actually.
Right, see? He's not gonna let him go.
But I think you're right.
He'll sneak
Yeah,
on.
he'll sneak on,
He'll
or
probably
Leaf,
sneak on.
Leaf will do something. That's a great dad.
Look at that animal pelt for a blanket.
今朝はオーディン神の機嫌がいい出港にはいい朝だな
I wanna cry because of the music.
They use a lot of piano. It's really nice.
It's beautiful. Borrow.
Like, you don't even need a full orchestra. Just play piano for an hour straight.
左手で投げて命中ならその逆たるは俺のもんだぞ
And hit it.
Oh my gosh!
boy.
行くぞキリスト坊主
Oh my gosh!
てめえオーケーだろおい
Oh, he's dead.
相変わらず貴様の弟子とは品がない
Ask
わ
that.
しだ
キリスト教が好かないだけですよ黒木の旦那それよりさっさと仕事の話をしましょうよ手下どもも俺もこんな僻地で待たされて退屈してたんです
The establishment of all the bad guys for the
報
show.
酬は金5ポウンド奴の死体と引き換えでなければ払わんぞ
For his dead body. Whose?
奴の船と積み荷はお前たちの好き
Yeah,
に
you
し
know
て
who it is.
Oh my god. They're gonna kill Tors?
Exactly.
Wait, so he didn't really want him to come to battle?
No.
Just kill him because he was a traitor?
So,
Wow, that was so fast. What the fudge? Also, we don't. Yeah, I guess we have to let it play. We don't know if we have after credits for the show.
that guy's in the intro.
Yeah.
That guy.
They both.
Yeah, the guy is holding 2 knives and he's charging at him in the snow. So I guess from the intro he probably does kill him.
Yeah.
And Thorfinn goes for revenge.
Wow.
That's awesome. I was gonna say last week, I love that. The Northern Lights. That's one thing I really want to see. Like, before
Same.
I die, like, I want to go see that.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't ever really think of it. Like, we see it enough in media, but like I kind of forget that it's actually like a real thing.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's
Aurora
like I
Borealis.
would love to see it in with my own eyes.
I mean, you can go anywhere north, right, and see it. Like,
yeah, I don't know where, like, if you have to be in exact spots to see it, but
yeah, I don't know either.
Oh, solid.
Yeah, it's covering its bases. It's getting us ready for what's to come.
Yeah,
which is nice. Yeah, I mean, I think we all have a solid understanding of what we think is going to happen. Yeah. We've all like come to our own conclusions that we feel like Tors will probably not make it out. His son will inevitably become that guy who looks like Armin in the intro, and it's looking like the theme that we're going to be dealing with him is like his bloodlust. I would assume
revenge.
I would venture to say like at least the majority of this. Well, I guess it's definitely too early to call, but I would imagine if I had to guess that he's going to be a like very Ivar-ish, like very bloodthirsty going forward, and then like maybe he'll have to try to switch it and uphold his dad's values, or it could be that right off the bat he tries to uphold his dad's values as like retribution, like try to honor his dad's legacy. What do you guys think he would lean more towards?
I was thinking as you were saying that the first half of the series probably is going to be revenge, and then the rest of it would probably be he's going to try to find Vinland. Or go there and settle there, like you said, for his dad's vision.
But like morality-wise, do you think he'll follow more of his like father's way of like begrudgingly killing if he has to, or do you think he'll be like bloodthirsty and do the opposite of what his dad is?
Bloodthirsty at first and then change, just like his dad did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the way it will probably end up going would be like, I mean, he already has this like, no, we're going to kill the enemy, you're lying to me, Dad. And then, however, this sounds horrible, but I just feel like it'd be good for story-wise. Like, he sees his dad's death, and then it pisses him off. Like, I could see his dad, like, fighting, and then just, like, accepting the death. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, not, like, because he doesn't want to kill people. Mm-hmm. And he just accepts, like, oh, you're going to kill me and let everyone else live, right? You know? He dies. And then his son is just going to, like, double down and, like, no, I need to kill everybody. And, like, yeah, I think it'll come with, like, maturing and growing old. And I mean, I would assume that, like, the way this show's going to go, just because we saw him as a young kid and like, a teenage, young adult age, I would assume it's probably going to be, like, up to his dad's death. His dad dies, and then we get, like, a time skip of him being, like, an adult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I would assume that very later down the line that he might come to the same realization as his father.
Absolutely.
But it's tough. I mean, like, you know, it's hard to say it because, like, we've never, us personally, had to experience anything like what Tors has been through for, like, when it comes to, like, fighting and killing. But I can imagine that for some people, they're just twisted and they just love it and they just constantly do it. But then you get, like, the Jon Snows, if you've seen Game of Thrones, where it's, you know, I'm so good at this, but I hate it. Or, like, I've become so accustomed to this, and I just don't want this anymore. I don't want to be, like, the thing that... I don't want to be, like, the executioner. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not my place anymore to be the one to end life. You know what I mean?
And it will still find you regardless.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, there's, like... He kind of brought it up, but, like, Tors being like, I'm finally getting what's coming to me. Like, there is no avoiding your past, especially when you have a past like he had. Like, he was a hero and, like, a mighty warrior. Like, you can't escape that unless you go to the ends of the earth and literally live by yourself on, like, a no-name island with nobody, no family or anything. So
yeah.
It just sucks that they're bringing, like, all these people that have never known war. Like, a whole village that knows nothing about this. Like, they're kids, and they're all like, yeah, we're going to war. And it's like, I guarantee that the first battle, the first thing that we run into, all these kids are going to be, like, crying or scared. And, like, oh, my God, I can't believe this is actually happening. Because it's a lot different from, you know... It's a lot different than, like, the little story world that they've made up in their heads when they're playing with each other with wooden swords and spears.
I was going to say, they literally fantasize about it. I didn't really think of that. Like, we're probably at the point in Viking culture where they're...
It's fading.
It's the warmongering isn't as present. Yeah. What is the reason that they're going back to war?
So, like we saw in the beginning of the episode,
What the English did.
the English killed
Okay.
a lot of the Danes. I forget, like, if they killed the king. I know they said they Gunhild
Okay.
killed. Like, so it gave a reason for the King of Denmark to, like, say...
He now has
we're
an
going-
excuse.
Yeah, now we have an excuse to go to war with England. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
so they're gathering all the Viking troops. I don't think that it's necessarily that like Viking culture's fading and warmongering is done. It's just that in this little corner of the world where Thor's is, they haven't lived like that.
Right, that's how...
They've been removed.
I was
There's
gonna
no need in Iceland.
I was gonna disagree with you at first, Will, because just from watching Vikings, we've always seen Ragnar or other warriors say to their kids, like, you're a warrior, you're gonna grow up killing people, but then it's like, this is a farm.
Yeah,
So they're not growing up to kill, they're just growing up to herd sheep and milk sheep and all that, and cows and stuff.
They're living
Fish.
in a completely different world
Right,
than
yeah.
the rest of, they're part of like the colonies of Vikings. I mean, like this is like, and someone commented already in our Patreon, but sorry, like we're gonna talk about like the Viking show that we know just because it's close. I'll try not to compare characters that have the same name, like Halfdan and Halfdan, like because they're not.
For
but
sure.
like themes and ideas probably will, and like
even the loose history of Vikings we can still use to go off.
Oh, for sure.
Because like Harold, even if he wasn't exactly like the history Harold, there was enough similarities to be like, well, it's probably what actually occurred in folklore, oral tradition.
Do you think that's the Floki that we know, or is it a completely different person?
I don't think so.
I don't think that the Floki that we know is the actual Floki anyways.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could be honestly more like what Floki's supposed to be, but...
It's also probably a common name, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I do think the Halfdan...
That's gotta be
I
him.
think that's the Halfdan the Black from history. That See, that's what was weird about Vikings. Vikings kind of made people related that weren't really related.
Yeah.
So I think this is like the Halfdan that isn't like the brother of King Harold.
Like, Rollo and Ragnar aren't
Like,
related.
not related.
Not even same time period.
Probably Ragnar is not even real.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, we could see the people who proclaim to be the sons of Ragnar, like the Ivars and Ubes,
And Bjorn.
but those weren't related in history either. They were just people all proclaiming
That
to
they're
be a
related.
descendant of this great dude.
Yeah.
With that said, though, talking about a connection, we went to Northumbria in this episode. So we visited Northumbria. The king of Northumbria, I know for a fact, his daughter marries Sigurd, who was one of the proclaimed sons. You know, the one snake eye,
Yeah.
who they just killed off completely out of nowhere for the other show. But yeah, he could be somebody that we see over here too.
I mean, I'm sure that they're just gonna grab like all names of the famous Vikings.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get all of them in this, just as characters or enemies that they have to overcome or whatever. And one thing I never finished my point, but what I was trying to say earlier was that like also thinking about we're in a time of like this is clearly like post colonizing Vikings, so like. They have like colonies on England. You know what I mean? Like they're like kind of
I was gonna ask, is Northumbria in England?
Yeah, that's
That's
one
what I was thinking.
That's one of the like 4 main English kingdoms.
Northumbria, Wessex, Mercia.
Yeah, but Mercia was like 2 separate ones. It was like it was like East and West Mercia or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's Mercia and then there's something else.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Mercia, Northumbria. What is the other one? I don't remember. But regardless, like, like Iceland is a colony. Like, they're trying to farm, live off the land. So, again, they don't have to live that, like, Viking lifestyle.
Right.
And, yeah. Just, it's sad. It's sad to even, too, like, Thor's, like, he had to grab the knife because he was so, like, adamant about his son. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And also, it's like I took it as like he grabbed it to show like, dude, like you use, this is like a weapon.
You're gonna see this.
You use this to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like this is like blood being drawn, and also like you don't need to hurt or kill people. Like you don't have enemies.
Yeah,
like,
I love
they're
that.
just people.
No one is an enemy.
Yeah. I mean, that is like a very ideal world that he's living in his head. Like, 'cause that's not really a thing, but. I mean, I respect it. Anybody who's been through something as traumatic as he has, and he's probably killed hundreds, if not thousands, of people. Like
he said, he made a living from doing that.
Yeah, he is allowed to have that opinion based on his life prior.
Yeah,
So
I wonder who snitched. Like, how did they know that he was here? If he faked his death, you know?
You think it was Halfton?
I don't know. I don't know if Halfton would... Maybe he recognized him. Maybe because he was like, this guy's relatively bold, considering I'm, like, threatening his life.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if Halfton was, like, one of the guys there.
yeah, I mean, they've also been looking for him for 15 years. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, has anyone ever heard of Tor? I mean, it could have just been a random, like, yeah, I stopped by in a town on a boat like 5 years ago in Iceland because I was traveling to this place, and there's a guy named Tors there, and he was big, and he had long black hair and
Yeah.
a black like man shop beard, and then he was like, "That's my guy." You know what I mean? Like,
Or-
it could have just been something.
Or
like that.
Leaf when he's traveling. He's
Yeah,
like,
he-
you ever heard of Tors the Troll?
Well, he said he didn't know who Tors was. He says later, he's like, "Wow, I didn't realize Tor was a Jonsberg Viking or whatever." So he might have, I mean, but it could have been similar of
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's an awesome guy named Tors. He's
Tors.
kind of a badass, but
Yeah.
like he's like a gentle giant, and somebody was probably like,
That's not the Tors I know.
Yeah,
that's who you're talking about.
yeah, if that's the same guy, which sounds like it is,
I'm gonna
it
go
could
check
be.
it out.
Yeah, it could be someone worth finding. So, and I mean, they don't like deserters. They said they would have killed him. So, which now jumping ahead, it's weird because it seems like they're actually trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander
Agdel.
Alskin.
Alskin. I don't remember how to say his name.
Alsk.
It was in the description for the next episode.
Yeah.
Like the
It's
Askeladd.
Askeladd. Yeah, so there's Askeladd, there's Floki, there's Halfdan. So who is the blonde guy? Do you think he survived the random guy who like sliced through 4 people
At the beginning.
Yeah,
of
he
the
was
first
the guy who
episode.
sliced through with the axe and
I
killed
don't-
4 people.
I don't know because he said because that was the guy. That was the guy he told and said, "Hey, when Floki comes with his fleet, like get ready." And
Yeah.
then Tors just ran off on his own. That makes sense too why he did that because he was trying to like fake his death. Because I'm gonna kill all these people, jump into the water with a guy, kill him, and then I'm just gonna like run away.
Yeah.
Swam to the freaking coast, didn't pop his head up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, how do they even believe that he was like alive? You know
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
what I mean. Like 15 years later, why you would think 15 years later that you wouldn't be looking for a ghost anymore.
Yeah.
Like you would have given up the search and just assumed death. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like we didn't find a body, so
Yeah,
maybe
but,
he's
like,
out there.
You lose bodies all the time. Maybe it's like they just don't. They do not believe that a man of his caliber
Right.
died.
was killed.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
literally they called him a hero.
Yeah.
So I think they really want to find him.
Well, with the idea that there's no magic and knowing that he's just an awesome fighter and the other guy with him, it's gonna be awesome to see probably all the bad guys fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm anticipating that we're gonna be seeing some dope stuff coming up, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
One of the guys has like a giant cleaver sword, Floki, Halfdan with the chains. What was the other guy's name? Askeladd.
Askeladd.
Askeladd, yeah.
I just want to see
He
really
looks
absurd
like
weapons.
he's royalty or something for some reason. How he's dressed.
He just looks like a punk ass.
Yeah.
To me, he looks like French with that stupid mustache he had.
So French mustaches are just horrible to you.
Don't get offended. Sorry, our French viewers, if you have a mustache. I just think of
Represent.
Yeah.
Stand up if you got a stash, baby.
I was about to say,
You were crapping on what's his name for his best.
And Leif Erikson's is shit.
I was literally gonna say, like, I was like, yeah, like, you know, like the stupid, like, curly French mustache. As soon as I started to say, I was like, oh, I was like, Adam's curls.
Represent.
I just think of, dude, who, I don't think he's French. Pocahontas. You guys seen Pocahontas, right?
Many
the
years
royal
ago.
guy.
Yeah, the
bigger
dude
guy?
with the, like, skinny, long mustache, and he's
Oh,
wearing, like, the...
yeah.
The fencing outfit.
Yep,
It's been so long.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm
I
about
can
to-
see it, but I've only seen
I'm
it
about to,
once.
like, Google it and show it to you when we're done recording.
Yeah.
But that's, like, what I know his hair was blonde. It didn't look like him at all, but that was, like, the initial thing I thought of when I saw him. I was like, fuck that guy.
At work, like guys who are in their like 40s or 50s always come up to me like, "Do you know this person like from a movie or some celebrity?" No, I don't. I'm sorry. Like, oh well, you have the mustache and it reminded me of that. So, I don't know him.
Sick. I'll look him up to see if it's an insult or a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what is the like, because we're able to so far predict where the story's going. I'm wondering what's going to be like. You know how like the catch, like how I wasn't like completely sold on Invincible until I knew there was going to be like a little thing to like pay attention to. I haven't had that yet for me in this show.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like
something to pique your interest.
The big draw.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like I like what I'm getting, because it's establishing stuff, but there hasn't been like the pinnacle like, oh, this is the type of show that it's gonna be.
Well, I would rephrase that as, what's the thing that's gonna get this more seasons too?
Yeah, the longevity of it.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like it's shaping up to be a revenge story.
Mm-hmm. And then where do you go from there?
But you need more than just a revenge story, because revenge stories happen all the time.
Right.
You know? So I'm waiting to see, like, what is the filtered version of it that makes it different from other revenge stories, if it is a revenge story. Do we know how many episodes there is, by the way?
It's like 24 or 26.
No idea.
Yeah, then I have to imagine in, like, the next 2 or so episodes, we're going to have, like, maybe a better idea as to, like, what to expect. Because right now, I don't really know what to expect other than, like, the kid grows up and goes and kills all the men who killed his dad.
Yeah,
24.
You know? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope that they... It's hard because the kid's so young that it's hard to be, like, interested in him. I mean, at least for me. Like, I don't know.
Right.
He's cute, but we can't relate.
No.
Yeah. So, like, I just kind of... I just want, like, something to happen that makes me more interested in him. Because he's going to be our main character. So...
I do like the fighting of the children, though. That's like ideal. It's how I felt when I watched My Hero for the first time. It's ideal. It's like an ideal childhood. Like when I watched My Hero for the first time, what grabbed me or my initial first love was, like, I think it was episode 4 when Midoriya goes to, like, the training city to, like, test to see if he can do his power or not.
He obliterates the robot.
But, like, that's like a childhood dream. Like, you get a power and you get a whole area to test it with your like in a competition with friends or not friends. Like, that's ideal. This is ideal for this. Like, sticks and stones and poles with little blunt ends on it. Wooden swords definitely hurt. I had wooden swords growing up with my brothers, and we had wooden shields too. Those things hurt like hell.
I mean, I'd use, like, plastic baseball bats, and this is my lightsaber.
Yep.
I'm gonna come at you, bro.
Baseball bats, the plastic ones too, the ones that are hollow and always have the hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
Used those for my lightsabers too.
Yep.
When I had lightsabers too, we used to beat the shit out of each other with those things. Like me and, like, younger kids I was friends with.
PVC pipe too. That was another big lightsaber. Fill in the blank.
I wasn't the. Oh, you got me! I'm dead. No, you didn't. You didn't get me. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
you will not back down.
No.
You didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It reminded me of exactly.
Right.
It reminded me of when, like, our buds would, like, wrestle and act like we're Megatron and Optimus Prime and just, like, wrestle as hard as possible. Caleb, Lubby. We would go, like, ham and, like, literally be like all out brawl on the ground.
Lubby would rip shirts.
Yeah, like,
my
we'd
gosh.
be going crazy and we'd be screaming Megatron and, like, at each other. It was so great.
There was one part. Do you remember when me and Taylor wrestled, and literally it was like I'm not kidding. It went on for like 30 minutes. Like, it was like we just wouldn't
that
give
always
up.
happened though. Like, we never were physical fighters.
Yeah, but it was just funny because no one ever wanted to lose. Like, we would never give up.
Yeah.
Like, in a similar way, but it wasn't like you didn't get me. It was like, I'm not tapping out. Like, you're gonna tap out first.
Forgot how much we did that. Yeah, I'm ready
Time
for the
flies.
next episode.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Guys, if you enjoyed that reaction to Vinland Saga Episode 2, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscription button, flick the notification bell, it's right there. Leave a comment down below about what you thought about this reaction. And the Patreon's down there if you want to see this 1 week in advance. Check out the Patreon. Jujutsu Kaisen and AOT is there as well. And we'll see you in the next reaction. Punch it! Boom!
Bye-bye.